Good evening, YouTubers. Samurai Bird dropped a comment on one of my videos about rehabbing a shoulder. And I know a thing or two about that. In 2013, the cheap bastard decided to fix his own roof and rolled the ladder down the side of the house. The bottom kicked out and I was on the ladder and I went bang. And the shoulder got crushed. The bone got crushed. The bicep got tore off. They went in here and over here, and then they had to repair the rotator cuff and throw a bunch of pins and interior stitches and screws and whatnot in there. But the rehab got me back to normal in about 4 or 5 months. One of the exercises was you press down on a thing and you push it that way. I mean, that looks exceedingly simple. But when you're rehabbing, you may only get out to there. And you may work another week and get out there. Maybe the rehab is painfully slow. I don't want to go to rehab. No, no, no. They want to send me to rehab. No, no, no. And we lost a good jazz singer, Amy Winehouse, because she didn't go to rehab and take heed. Nutrition's a good part of rebuilding joints and shoulders and ligaments. I take one of these in the morning and one in the afternoon. Glucosamine. Another thing I would suggest, just a pack of gelatin. I mean, you can pick your poison. Some of it's got artificial sweeteners in, which is a carcinogen, and other stuff has, sugar. But if you pinch it off about halfway here, let's dump about half of it in the glass, and you can save the other half of the package for later. I mean, you can see all that sugar on the bottom. And that just takes a heck of a long time to dissolve. We'll throw a splash of thinner in there and see if that helps. Nikolai, bottom shelf brand. Come on, dissolve, you bastards. But gelatin is made out of animal cartilage, hooves, ligaments, all the crappy parts of the animal that are, that can congeal into gelatin. And that's excellent for, if you got any kind of joint pain, that's good stuff for it. And now we'll proceed to the basement and gym and show you some other rehab exercises. Mr. Bird from Katana Land was, asking about an exercise cycle I got. And the drawback with a aerobic exercise cycle is that only, your arms are just going back and forth. I mean, if you got a good therapist and rehab therapy, they'll give you exercises to do at home, and that's where you make your greatest progress, because you can hit it several times a day. Yeah. And we'll go to the basement cam. I got my coronavirus ball here. And with rehab, you just push it up the wall a little bit at a time. And when you start out, you can't get very high up on the wall, and eventually you get up higher and higher. And another thing you can do, you can lean into it, like this, and get extra stretch on, and that still hurts to this day. Or you could change your angle of attack to whatever you're leaning in. But the idea is slow motion stretches. And at the physical therapy place, they had something like this, some kind of T thing. And what you do, you stand with your back to the wall. The idea, you can see the difference. Your elbows are in, and this one, the right one will go back farther, but that's all the range the left one has because they had to repair the rotator cuff. And what you do with the T-bar, you keep your elbow in and you press against that to stretch your rotator cuff out. And Mr. Bird, I believe he's a painter. I mean, you could start out with a small hammer and mimic your range of motion of wherever you're painting, up, down, all around, overhead, whatever the brush motion would be. Or you could get a chunk of steel pipe to mimic your roller motion, like if you're painting up and down the wall, you know, switching around whatever arms you use, or if you're doing ceilings overhead. I mean, that's just a simple chunk of pipe. Another thing I got over here, we'll change the lighting system. It's just a basement post. And I got a bungee cord tied here and just a piece of strap up here with a loop in it to pull it tight. But these rubber band straps they look wimpy, but when you're rehabbing, you can hit your muscles from any angle with that. You could move this up high and go high, or you could bend down here and go low. I mean, there's an infinite number of angles. Let me see what else I got here. Oh yeah, you got your classic dumbbells too. You could just grab those. You know, you can bend your body down and work them every which way, or you can be on a bench and on a back. I mean, that's the route for rehab. More angles, more range of motion, more slow stretches. One little teeny weeny piece at a time with rehab. That's a tough road to go down, and God bless you and good luck with it, buddy.